Hello and welcome back to another Mail Day video, and this is a tremendous one. This is a glorious one. This is one that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, and it is quite simply two of my all-time favorite films in new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray editions, and I cannot wait to check these out. I can't wait to open this package. That's a lie, I've already opened it. I've done a little bit of here's what I opened earlier, but we have a big package here from the United States of America. This was sent to me by, what's his name? It starts with and. It'll come to me, but a friend of mine helped me out with this, which I'm hugely grateful for, and he packaged this thing up like a newborn baby. I'm sure any child of a small size would have been safe traveling internationally inside this package. I've taken out most of the bubble wrap, and on the inside we have the two Blu-rays. So the first one, individually wrapped as well, individually bubble wrapped, by the one and only and Ryan Chattaway. Yes, Ryan, one of my oldest YouTube friends. He kind of instigated this actually, and I'll tell you why when we get to the second one. But the first one, I was shocked that this was even announced, and I'm realizing I do that whole thing where I kind of do the preamble before we get into the good stuff. But let's just show you what it is, and you can look at some nice cover art while I'm baffling on. I'll leave that in for free. Rambling on and babbling on. About this thing, this beauty. Awesome. So happy to have this in my collection in 4K. Okay, it is from Kino Lorber. And this is what surprised me about it, that this was announced for 4K and it was Kino releasing it. Spaceballs. Spaceballs, the 4K Blu-ray. The kids love this one. So happy to have this, one of my all-time favorite films. And, you know, I did research this, as I always do with 4K releases, and the screenshot comparisons between this and the original Blu-ray, phenomenal. Like, it really looks like a huge upgrade. And that's, I think, I'm sure if I've got my my regular copy of it somewhere. Let me see if I can dig it out a second. So there was me thinking I was being clever, kind of getting the package ready and taking out all the inside bubble wrap. I should have had this prepared. So this is the original Blu-ray, also a US import. I don't think there's a UK Blu-ray of this film. There might be, I'm not sure. But I feel like I imported this for a reason. That was many years ago. Of course, I did the rant about this in 24-Hour Movie Marathon 4, I believe, which is kind of a simulated rant, but I was annoyed that this film didn't exist in Region B at the time. So this is just a MGM Blu-ray, which is interesting because MGM just got bought by Amazon, I think. So would we have seen a re-release of this? Probably not. I felt like this was with Warner Brothers or something, or a bigger studio. But either way, you can see a comparison there. It's basically the same artwork, but I think that this one has the true font of the title there, and you also get the RV at the bottom, which is awesome. So I think that the artwork it's the same, but I think it looks better for me. I like and I think that the black starfield and everything, it bleeds nicely over to the black case. Anyway, so you get all the same extras, the commentaries, the featurettes and stuff. Watch the movie at ludicrous speed. I was not aware that was included. Now I wonder, it must be, they wouldn't have this in 4K in terms of let's watch the movie in ludicrous speed in 4K. But as far as I'm aware, there's nothing new on here special features wise, but they have ported over, it seems like, everything. In fact, just give me a second. I don't know if they've actually added anything else new, because not sure about the image gallery. I don't really care about an image gallery either way. I've got both. If there's any kind of discrepancy between the two of them in terms of special features, I'm covered. Yeah, so Spaceballs. I looked at the comparisons, and the regular Blu-ray looks fine. It's one of those 1080p transfers that's fine. It's watchable. It looks good. You know, it doesn't make you go, holy shit, like, say, the Terminator remaster that happened in 2012 or 2013. Like, certain films just look incredible on Blu-ray. You can tell they put the effort in. Spaceballs is one of those films that, yeah, it's great to see it in high definition. The transfer doesn't blow you away, but it doesn't really matter anyway. But seeing the comparison from, you know, an okay, serviceable 1080p transfer to a 4K transfer that's done really well is kind of like night and day. And there's a screenshot comparison of a shot of dot matrix, and you just see so much more detail in the 4K on the kind of the golden hair and the details on the mask and stuff. And, you know, Spaceballs wasn't the highest budgeted film of all time. I'm sure that some of the seams will show around the edges when you watch this in even better quality, but it's just one of my all-time favorite films. It's endlessly watchable, endlessly quotable. I just love every single thing about it. One of my all-time favorite movies. Hilarious from start to finish. It's just, yeah, it's I just love it so much, so I'm so glad to have it. Now, it did come with a slipcover, but Kino sold it out very quickly, and I kind of didn't realize that it was kind of a thing with Kino and their 4K releases, that they do a slipcover and it goes really quickly. So you got to get right in, like, on the ground floor, basically, which I didn't do. So I would have loved to have had the slipcover. It looks really nice. But when it was sold out, I thought, oh shit, because I really wanted the slipcover. But luckily it came back in stock in terms of you could buy the disc, you know, just without the slipcover. And I'm more than happy to do that. It's one of those things where I really wanted the slipcover, and I looked on eBay and I thought, ooh, I could do that. I could pay that money. But I just thought, it's like $23 on Amazon. Do I really want to be spending an extra 10 to 15 pounds on a piece of cardboard? And the answer is no, I definitely do not want to be doing that. So it's without a slipcover, but that's fine. I'm just, I'm happy to have this film in 4K. Now, this was the 25th anniversary edition. Interesting how the font on the spine of the regular Blu-ray is more faithful to the fonts of the actual film, whereas with Kino, they've gone with just the generic Kino Lorber font that they put on the spines of most of their releases, I think. So Spaceballs has joined the illustrious Kino library, I suppose. It's just really, I think of Kino, I think of old classics like film noir, silent films. Spaceballs just really surprised me, but I'm certainly not complaining, to say the least. So that's that over there. Now, this is the big one. This is the main event. This is something that I was stunned to hear was going to get a 4K release. I just, you know, it's one of my all-time favorite films. Again, with Spaceballs, I kind of see it. It's a very popular film, but this is a film that, you know, I think it has its fans, but I don't think it's this, you know, highly popular, well-thought-of movie. But it's one of my, again, all-time favorites. Take a shot for every time I say all-time favorites in this video, and you'll be probably pretty thoroughly drunk by the end of it. This was released in the UK, but I've got the US edition here thanks to Ryan. So it went up for pre-order in the UK on Zavvi. Sold out instantly, straight on eBay, just dozens of copies, scalpers just jumping all over that shit like the scum that they are. And, I mean, you can say, hey, it's one way to make a living, but I just think it's just grimy. You know, I think it's just grimy. Anyway, but that's a whole other topic of conversation, which shouldn't really be covered in this video. So I thought, well, shit, I really wanted that. Fuck, you know? And that's the thing, it's like, it's these things that, you know, fans really want, and someone gets in early and they just snap up all these copies, and then they just rinse the wallets of the people who really want these things. And I suppose not equal blame, but some portion of the blame should lay on the people who pay these outrageous prices. If everyone just stopped paying the scalpers, then they'd pretty soon stop doing it, wouldn't they? But it is what it is, and some people have more money than sense. And but not that I would begrudge anyone from buying something at an inflated price if they really, really wanted it, but it's just a shame that, you know, that has to happen. So I was thinking, well, shit, I can't get it. But it was going to be readily available in the States, and Ryan just messaged me. He saw that I was moaning about it on Twitter like the whiny bitch that I am. And Ryan said, well, I've got it pre-ordered on Amazon. Do you want me to pre-order a second copy for you? And I thought, well, shit, yeah, that'd be great. I would really appreciate that. If I get my hands on that steelbook, it'd be fantastic. So he got it for me. Ryan, just the legend that he is. I wouldn't have thought to ask him or anything, but he put it in there. And here it is. Oh, the big reveal. Oh, Last Action Hero. Now, what I love about this, what I absolutely love about this, is the front cover. one of my favorite poster designs of all time. I love this poster so much, and they never include it on the, and this is another thing why I should have got the my Last Action Hero releases, plural. I'll grab those in a second, but before we get into this actually, there's a few things inside the package that Ryan sent. So I'm going to take those out of the this package right here and show you what they are. So he threw in this postcard for a bit of fun. This is an image of Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese. Fuck, I saw a video of Scorsese saying how to pronounce his name, and I think I've forgotten it. I think it's Scorsese. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. Really cool. Ryan's a big fan of Taxi Driver, so it's just a cool little movie thing. But this has been in Ryan's possession for probably about 2 years, I'd say. Fuck, maybe 3 years. So this is my Criterion Channel Charter subscriber membership card, or just like a little kind of fun trinket. I think it might be a fridge magnet, maybe. I'm not sure if it's magnetizable, if that's even a word. But yeah, so it's just a cool little, has my name on there. It says when I signed up to be a Charter subscriber. This was before the Criterion Channel actually launched, so it was kind of like a pledging of support, basically. And I'd been a big fan of the Filmstruck channel. I was very happy that Criterion were going to be doing something themselves, and it seems to have gone from strength to strength. I'm not currently a subscriber anymore because I have too many films in my collection I need to get to, but oh, this is really nice. It's like really heavy stock on the card. It's a kind of a metal thing. Very cool. And then the classic Criterion logo on the back. Very nice. So yeah, Ryan's just been holding on to that for me for quite a while, because I'm obviously not a member of the United States when it comes to having a residence or holding a residence in the United States of America. So I asked Ryan if he could hold on to that for me until he sent me something, which turned out to be 3 years. So let's put that aside, and I'll see if I can find my Last Action Hero Blu-rays. Okay, so I have my two previous Last Action Hero releases. The first one is just the generic Sony Blu-ray. Really awful cover. It's just kind of a shot of Arnold as Jack Slater with like poster eyes added on Photoshop. Just a really cheap effect. It just looks really shit. You get the kind of a little bit of the poster on the back. But yeah, and I don't think there's any special features on this whatsoever. So that's the regular release. And then Zavvi came out with a steelbook, which I love. I love this steelbook. It's fantastic. Loads of debossing, you know, the big ticket from '93. Kind of, you know, that's kind of funny in retrospect, considering how much Last Action Hero was completely demolished by Jurassic Park that summer. You even get like the release date, the 7th or the 19th of July 1993. And you do get on the back the clean poster artwork. So actually you kind of get like the best of both worlds with these two steelbooks. So you get the poster as it appeared with Schwarzenegger blazing across the front and Last Action Hero. And then just the that one. But yeah, same content as the regular Blu-ray. But, you know, seeing this is what I've always wanted. A Blu-ray with the classic poster on the front. But now it's in 4K. And I trust Sony when it comes to 4K releases. I've looked at the screenshots. They're not as night and day as Spaceballs, but it does look like a marked improvement over the regular Blu-ray. But what really drew me to this wasn't the fact that it's 4K. It wasn't even the fact that it is, you know, having the beautiful poster on the front. It's the fact that this has new special features. How did this happen? I'm so surprised. There must be someone who works at Sony who loves this film, because I can't think of any reason they'd want to spend money to put, you know, time and effort into what they've done for this release. So obviously I would love like a documentary, a retrospective documentary on the film, an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about the film, maybe even how difficult it was for him at the time and how it kind of, you know, marked a change in his career and stuff. But what we do have is the music video Big Gun, which is, you know, that's fine. A 5-minute original behind-the-scenes featurette, like a fluff piece, EPK, which is fine. Theatrical teaser, that's cool. But the three big ones for me: alternate ending to the film, as far as I'm aware, never before seen. Restored in 4K and with HDR. Now, I'm no big HDR guy. For me, it's still about the resolution, and I do see the difference if it's, you know, significantly better than the transfer on the Blu-ray, or if it has a previous Blu-ray release, which most 4K discs do. But to see an alternate ending or a deleted scene in 4K with HDR applied is unheard of. Has that ever happened before? Maybe it has, I don't know, but I was just so shocked to see that. Deleted scenes and alternate scenes restored in 4K with HDR. I have no idea what these scenes are going to look like, how, if they're going to be in rough shape. I'm assuming they've just been scanned in and they've given it the 4K treatment and applied the same kind of HDR that they did to the main feature, but haven't cleaned any of the footage up. That's what I'm assuming. But just to see any morsels is great. But usually when you get deleted scenes, it goes back to the DVD versions and they're just like dog shit quality. I think Stand By Me might have had some 4K deleted scenes actually. I remember watching the deleted scenes on the 4K disc. I thought this looks really high quality. But again, rough around the edges, hadn't been fully restored. And then a commentary with the director, John McTiernan. Now, on Blu-ray.com, the person who reviewed the film, said in the special features section that the commentary was recorded sometime after the release of the film in 1993, but the commentary had never been released. Someone else said that can't be true because he talks about the Harry Potter films in the past tense. So clearly this was a newly recorded one, and there's obviously John McTiernan had been in prison for a while, and people were kind of questioning, where is he at right now in terms of this film? And I've heard that it's not a great commentary track. It's a bit dry and it drops out at times, but to get a commentary track on this from the director, to me is, as a fan of the film, awesome. Anyway, so that's the front. Let's open this up, take a look at it, and bring this video mercifully home. But I'm so excited to see this film in even higher quality, and to have this edition with this, and the gloss on this looks fantastic. Not that it's not a glossy finish. Oh no, it is a glossy steelbook. That's really nice. But like the shine on it, the shimmer, it's absolutely stunning. And there were some reports of people who got this from Amazon saying the steelbook came damaged and stuff, and so me and Ryan both got lucky with our copies, I think. And Ryan, again, thank you so much, man, for packaging this beautifully. Oh my god, could it get even better? Oh, maybe I preemptively... Okay, there's a tiny bit of glue there, but it's not aggressive. Do you know what I mean? Like, they usually stick so many pieces of glue on these cards. Can I get this off inoffensively? Boom, there we go. Oh, looks like a bit of blood or something. It's weirdly shaped. Yeah, so just beautiful. Love that. The shine and everything just reminds you kind of the golden ticket on the film. It's not even coming up as well on camera, but it just looks gorgeous. Awesome. And then on the back you get a shot of Jack at the premiere of Jack Slater 4. Even the spine looks cool, just black, and that really cool kind of red, orangey font for the film. You get the digital code on the inside. The 2 discs, the original Blu-ray and then the 4K disc itself. I did read some people saying that the discs, I got nothing on mine. Some people said their discs turned up with like gummy residue on them, that they had to kind of clean the discs. So apparently there was a bad batch there somewhere for this release, but I got lucky with that. So there we go, Last Action Hero. Fantastic. Okay, I have actually noticed a very small, almost imperceptible dent. Let's just take a look at the... There we go, there's that sucker. Look at that lovely dent there, which is just, it's so minimal, it doesn't really matter at all. But I did want to mention one other thing. The regular 4K release of this coming out in the UK has the exact same artwork as that, but with a black case, obviously. It's just lazy, I mean, I think if this cover had been used on just the regular disc release in the UK, I would have just bought that and been more than happy with it. But, Steelbook, I do like Steelbooks. I don't go for them as much as I used to, but, it's just such a lazy cover. It's just even the font is kind of boring. It kind of fits, but, you just love that. I love that kind of, I just love I love the font of this thing. I love the layout of it. It's just phenomenal. Anyway, just keep blathering on about how much I love this. I may come back to you down the line with my thoughts on the 4K transfer, perhaps, or the special features, and review the whole package. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'd love to do it, but don't know if it's worth the time, But there you go. So, Last Action Hero, Spaceballs, 2 of my all-time favorite films now in 4K. I'm very, very happy with both of these, and I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. Thanks again, Ryan. Really appreciate it, man. Funnily enough, I think the shipping cost me more than the last Action Hero Steelbook. It's just one of those things, isn't it, with international shipping. Although there is this thing now where Amazon has a global store on the UK, and you can order stuff from America, and I'm not sure how that works exactly, but I'm trialing it out with one particular Blu-ray, which I'll probably talk about when that comes in the mail eventually. But regardless, again, I'm just really excited to have both of these, and this is like pride of my collection now. I just love this Steelbook, and yeah, so awesome. There we go. Nothing much more to say, so thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.